How's it going, guys? I am Matthias, and it is Sunday, which means I am reading your amazing comments. Just hilarious. They're all just so good. Today, I'm reading your comments all about you trying to hide things from your parents. I did this, I think I mistakenly asked this question twice, so we're gonna read the comments twice because these ones are just as good as the last. Before we get into that, a question of the day for a future episode is, when was the last time you were embarrassed at your job? If you don't have a job, I'm sorry, you might not be able to answer this question. Maybe make one up. I'm getting off topic. Let's just read these comments. I was around 11 years old when me, my brother, and my cousin were playing Knights. We had a house on sale up the street, a hill hidden in the trees, so we went up there and found a bunch of junk. We picked up stuff that looked like shields and weapons and started attacking each other. And at that time, I really loved great swords, so I, being the dumb child that I was, I picked up a heaviest object I could carry. The object was a very long, heavy, rusty iron pipe, so then we started fighting. I told them that it was a weak metal and lightweight, so it wouldn't hurt, and they believed me. Luckily, my brother found a good shield and managed to block a blow that should have broken his hand. My parents found out since my brother's whole hand was covered in minor injuries and scratches. I regret nothing, and later bought a wooden katana-like sword and practiced how to properly use a sword. I was 5, and on the back of the bus, we are playing Truth or Dare, and as a joke, one of the older kids dared me to kiss another boy. I did. My brother was on the bus with me, and he said he could tell our parents. I slapped him in the face, and he kept quiet after I threatened to break his Lego people. The kid I kissed is in my class, and whenever he brings it up, I deny it ever happened. I love this comment so much. This happened like a year ago. My parents still haven't found out. I drew some inappropriate pictures. I had to hide the notebook in a box full of other papers and notebooks. I was pretending to be a famous YouTuber doing a draw my life, except it got a little too far. I hope I get chose. What, do you think YouTubers' lives are just super racy and randy? Like, what? I was in a live stream and it said you could donate to the YouTuber. My mom put her credit card inside my phone and I donated $40 without her knowing, and 5 days later she found out and I acted like nothing happened. Woo, don't steal your parents' money, boy. Well, my birthday happened yesterday and my dad forgot it. Yeah, it was funny. He said happy birthday today, and yeah, and he got away with it. The comment made me die a little inside. Well, I didn't really do this one, but I failed to hide it from my mother. So it was a few weeks after we got our cat Mittens, and I was giving her one too many treats for doing one too many little tricks. A few minutes later, she threw up next to the ladder on our bunk bed. I tried to cover it up with a towel, but then she threw up on the towel moments later, so I was screwed. Okay, why not, instead of just covering it up, why not clean it up? Oh no, I'm already starting to act like a parent. I was in my mom's room and sat on a picture frame. When I got up, I realized I broke it. When she left the room, I hid it under her bed. A few days later, when she was shopping, I got under the bed and cleaned up the broken glass. She never knew. This was a weird one. So I was like 4, I had to pee. I put a pot in the toilet after I peed, and later that day my mom asked, who put the pot in the toilet? And I said, I didn't do it, and she didn't believe me. I'm a bad liar. I was at my friend's, dad's girlfriend's son. What? The parents were out and we decided to put a lighter under a deodorant can and blew it up as the parents came through the door. Guess what happens next? I'm guessing you got in trouble. I was looking at fan art of my favorite game, Undertale, and my screen was like, hey, let's embarrass you, and froze right as I scrolled onto a picture of a certain meme with a little more emotions added to it. I swore I died of embarrassment. I remember one day I walked into my mom's room and she had her boyfriend over, and when she left the room with him, I ate his Pringles and they never found out. I thought that comment was going to go in a completely different place, but I love that. Pringle thief. I gotta watch my Pringles around you. I'm a very weird child, so I was trying to twerk on my bed when my mom walked in. Right before she walked in, I laid down on my bed, but ended up falling off my bed and my head on my nightstand. It ended up she was just going into the bathroom. I'm smart. You thought you heard your mom coming into your room, but she was just going to the bathroom probably like adjacent to your room, and you just like flipped out. I was home alone with my brother and he was being mean as always, and I clawed him until he would stop, so he did, and he was mean again, so I bit him and we heard a crack in his skin. And when my mom got home, he went to my mom and I was grounded for a month. Okay, I tried to hide that I stole 5 hair clips from Walmart. I didn't think my mom would know, but of course she checked my pockets while I ended up grounded for a week. I know I was 6. That was 4 years ago. I once stole something. I stole a pack of jelly beans, okay? I'm not proud of it to this day. I was like 4 or 5. When I got home, I went down to the mailbox and hid it in a bush, okay? I got my karma because when I came back the next day to eat all of those amazing jelly beans, they were infested with ants. You live, you learn. Don't steal because it'll come back and hit you. When I was 5 or something, I was playing Xbox, then I broke the controller. So I hid the controller, and the next day while I was watching TV, my mom was cleaning my bed and then she found it. Please, do it for RYC, please. Me and my cousin were coming home from sledding on a 10-minute walk and asked if I wanted to kiss. We made sure no one was looking, and we kissed after a guy stopped following us. Some comments just make you feel dirty inside. I realized that Santa wasn't real. Your parents were probably trying to hide that from you as well. Getting my period. I used to be in love with the Ninja Turtle Raphael. I tried to hide my love for the turtle, but they ended up finding out because I talked about him 24/7. Same thing happened with Remus Lupin from Harry Potter. Well, this is something my brother did, but he pooped without flushing, and my mom asked me if I did it. My brother got away with it, and I ended up cleaning the house. That sucks. I hate it when you get blamed for other people's poops. Not that that happens that often to me, but I was ignoring my mom and dad, and when I was in their bedroom watching Netflix and they were yelling at me to clean my room, when I finally answered, I tried to storm out of the room. My mom went to smack me on the butt, but I dodged it and ran for my life into the living room crying and looking for a place to hide, but she caught me and I was grounded for the rest of the day with a sore butt. That was a weird laugh. I snuck my girlfriend in the house and we watched some movies until we started making out, and then my mom came and just looked at us, but before she was there, we moved away from each other when she came in, so I was like, okay, see ya, and she just went, and to this day, I won't forget about it. When I was about 3, my uncle visited my house and I was talking with my dad. I took this opportunity to take the sugar jar and ate half of it. 7 years later, still not caught. You ate half the sugar jar? Were you like just going berserk with that amount of sugar in your system? I hid all of my electronics in a blanket and my mom asked me to give her the blanket, so I ran into my room yelling, "1 sec!" and dumped them all out under my blanket, then ran it to her, and then she asked me what I was hiding, so I grabbed my phone and showed it to her and she took it away. I did this about 50 more times before I found a better way to hide my phone and Kindle. Got caught having a boyfriend. I'm 12 and some very inappropriate messages on Xbox Live. Once when I was about 5, I pretended to be a hairstylist. One thing led to another and I started cutting my 2-year-old sister's curly hair. I hid the evidence in her mattress. When my parents found out, they thought that she had done it. Well, that's a good thing about 2-year-olds, they don't talk much. Well, once I was playing hide and seek and I hid myself. Your parents just never found you. My grandma asked me to wash her car on Thursday and she made me sign a paper saying I would. And in the middle of the night, I erased Thursday and put Friday and got away with it. And then on Thursday night, I tore up the paper and my grandma totally forgot about it. This comment is beyond awesome. Okay, so your grandmother, being a BA, knowing that she would most likely forget that she asked you to wash a car, made you sign a paper saying that you agree. But then you exploited her forgetfulness and tore it up and changed it. And she never even realized it. You are a master conman, sir. I gave rat poison to one of my BFF's cat. Come on, I was stupid, kid. Leave me alone. By the way, the cat is alive and I didn't get caught. Oh my god. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe and answer the question of the day, which is, when was the last time you were embarrassed at your job, at your work, doing anything that you're doing for work? Let me know. Put that story down in the comments below and I might read it for a future episode. Peace. High five. Yo.